ahead and find them. Right. Okay, so I'm looking at the ventral. That's my ventral view. And here I have like these two, like pieces of tissue, and this one kind of like hard, right? Go touch. Everything needs to be touched with your fingers so you can feel it. Now, what do you think those are? What do you think this is? What are those are? Any idea? Okay, well, look at the brain. No. Any other ideas?
The back of
No. Not even close. Okay, those are part of the eyes.
Oh.
Eyeballs were removed here, right? So here where eyeballs would go, right? That would be eyeballs. Okay, if I told you those are eyes, now you need to tell me what is this? Ears, right there in front of eyes over here. No. So those are eyes. What can this be? Think about sheep.
No.
Yeah, that's a nose. Exactly. That's a part of this bone. Right, that's a part of the nose. Eyes, nose. This. Okay. Okay. So look. I need your attention. Now inside this mass of a tissue, I can find optic nerves. And inside these two things, I will find olfactory bulb. So now, look, take this and kind of like use your fingers like this, and you will find this cord-like structure. That's the optic nerve, right? So one, and then on another one again, take your fingers and kind of like push it, and here you will find like hard structure, very hard structure. This is optic nerves. So here are two of my optic nerves, right? Now, found them? Now what we need to do, this is the first thing you're doing. You take the scissors and you need to remove all this tissue. You need to remove all this tissue that is around of this optic nerves, trying not to cut or damage those optic nerves. All right? So, so you start kind of small or big, and you start cutting it carefully around and cleaning everything. So you need to clean. And okay, so go back and you will find where the beginning is, right here, right? So kind of cut everything off. So take your time. So we're cleaning the structure. Use your fingers to feel it. Don't cut your gloves. Don't cut your fingers. And so nicely cutting all this tissue around it. And now you can see how awesome our tools are. So they really very dull, but
so we're taking out the meat too?
Yeah, all this tissue, it will include some meat, some fat, right? Okay, so carefully cleaning them. And clean one and let your partner to clean another one. So everybody participate. Clean one and then give your partner the brain and let your partner clean another one. What is the structure that you're cleaning right now? What it's called?
Optic nerve.
Yeah, optic nerve.
No, only the eye does that.
Huh?
Only the eye does that.
No, but I felt a drop or something. No, on my glove though. That's why I was like.
No, when you cut like through the eye reports it.
I'll do this one, you do the other. Bye. I said bye. See you later.
And can somebody open the door, please?
I thought you said paw, and I was like, haha. Because it's a sheep.
Thank you.
That's why I found it.
Yeah, like trying to get it to my
Okay.
My nails work better than these scissors.
Now these pieces of tissue can go to our
There's
trash.
like an there's something at me. Everything is just like a year.
Are your scissors? Yeah?
Now you know why neurosurgeons get paid so well. Huh?
Yeah.
You're like, oh my goodness, I have it right in front of me and I'm struggling.
I'm just like trying to, I'm focusing on it.
Don't cut the
Usually they don't cut like
Oh, yeah.
And you see, this covering is also our dura matter, so it's really tough covering, covers the optic
How did she
nerve.
do that so fast?
I know. So the covering, the stuff that's covering it are all dura matter, Professor?
Yeah, all dura matter, huh?
Okay.
Very
The
tough
top layer.
covering. Yeah.
And then the white that's covering the brain is the cerebrum.
So here,
cortex,
I
right?
kind of like, you know, that's optic nerves.
How is that? How is she doing this so much?
Oh my gosh.
Are we good? Are you struggling?
Yes.
Yeah.
The scissors don't want to cut through.
Yeah.
Mother. Very durable.
We need the sharpener for the scissors. The struggle is here. I don't want to be a surgeon anymore.
Don't forget to take pictures of you dissecting the brain, put them on social media.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
God,
not
take it off my
kidding.
phone.
I'll make
I'm not kidding and say like anatomy is so awesome. So let more and more students take these classes. It's very important, right?
She wants us to
Education is important for everyone. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you're doing here.
You have to let me know where you're gonna work. You're not gonna.
Right. She barely put out.
Okay, so I know you guys, you can get back to it, but let me tell you something else. I need your attention for a second. Okay, now you see this structure kind of on the both sides over here? This is actually this big structure over here. Those are trigeminal nerve. This is trigeminal nerve, two of them, right? And right in between them, this structure in the middle, this is pituitary gland. So that's a pituitary gland right here in the middle, and this one on this side, this is trigeminal. So now, you don't need to do it, but I'm gonna remove this trigeminal nerve, so I'm gonna leave it for your exam, right? So you don't need to do it. You continue with your optic nerve, but I'm gonna remove because trigeminal nerve is not gonna be on your exam, but pituitary gland will be on your exam. So I'm gonna remove this trigeminal nerve. You don't need to do that.
Almost there.
So if you have your forceps, right? I don't have forceps, but you can hold it with a forceps and cut it. So you hold with forceps like this, and you cut with scissors. This way your fingers are not on your way. If you need to cut something, right?
She's like, the only scissors. That's all I got.
Okay, here we go. So here's pituitary gland. Nice, right in the middle. And another thing, yeah. So I already have it over here as well. So see, that's my pituitary gland, and this is my optic nerves. So next thing we need to do, how many are done at least with one? Okay, with one, oh, okay. So just, don't need to be perfect, right? Just cut around so, you know, this, you see I even cut it short here. Right, like, here's a longer, but here I cut them short, so.
Yeah. We could see, yeah, we could see that. Plus we could see the pituitary.
You feel it? Oh, right here. Do you want to do that one? I'm tempted to use my thumbs.
Okay, so cut it, just makes like this rough cleaning right now, right? Not a very, you know, perfect one. Because next thing we need to do, now we need to remove this part of the bone without damaging the olfactory bulbs. And this is how we're gonna do it. Look, you need to find like a little kind of cut, or make this cut in a dura matter, and you cut around like this. Okay, so you kind of continue cutting this dura all the way around, right? And then you need to cut in the middle, in between, like this, right? So again, you cut the dura all the way around, and then you cut the dura in between, right? So now I kind of can see. So this is my dorsal, and I have my probe, and I kind of, you know, like opening this, because I know my olfactory bulb is here, so I just kind of want to make it loose, right? I'm just making it loose, like this, from the dorsal side. And then I move to the ventral, right? And I do the same over here in the ventral, so I'm trying to kind of lose it inside, right? And I don't know, can you see still, right? So, and some are better and others are not that good, but I'm kind of trying to lose it, and I'm trying to pull it off. Making sure I don't put too much pressure. You see, here we go. I took one off, and you see this white part?
Oh, wow.
This is olfactory bulb. This. See it, guys? That's olfactory bulb. So again, I cut around, I lose it on this side a little bit, and then I lose it on this side. And
Tail.
there we go.
Because I just saw her and it just reminded me.
Then I was supposed to be eating sushi tonight for dinner, and I don't want to.
Well, she said try to loosen it up with the clothes.
Yeah, don't pull too hard because you just can damage them. But you should be able to, remove it pretty easily. Right? This white structure, those are olfactory bulbs.
She knows what she's doing. Oh wow, she just did it earlier this morning.
There you go.
Wow. Well, we have a broken one.
I didn't know if they used to be. It's just
Yeah, the other one they just came out.
And I cut in the middle. I cut dura in the middle and then just took this bones off.
Factory.
Olfactory, what was this one? Optic?
optic.
Okay, as the next things you guys need to do, you need to take all this dura off now. Now, when you start doing that, unfortunately, you will either cut around this pituitary, or it might happen that you remove it with the pituitary. So, like over here, it's hard on the optic, so cut it around. So a little dura can be still be attached, right? But so you cut around this hard part and take the dura off, so we can see the rest of the structures.
Not like that blue.
Right, so you see, you got kind of like, it should be not that hard. So you're cutting around and you're taking it off. Alright, so here.
Like that? No, it isn't that right.
The whole thing, right?
How did you do that?
It just came out. Once you got to this part.
Keep up the optic.
Yeah.
She's working for you.
I feel so bad for this sheet.
She said that a little bit is okay, right?
Yeah, around there, yeah.
Okay, around this way.
She said I didn't have to cut this
Like what?
Is it going? Yeah, she's going all the
Yeah,
way
she's
down.
going around the pituitary.
Just take this one. Let's take this one off for two, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here I did my best for this one. Right? So take all this dura off. I still have my pituitary pituitary attached. If you guys look at pituitary, it's okay. Okay, next. This is what we're gonna do. I give you a couple minutes, of course. Go ahead, remove this dura all completely.
Thank you.
That's why I want, like, it's like how this is, it looks like a little like air in here, like that you can kind of take it off. Well, see. What is that?
And again, if all of a sudden you don't see your pituitary attached anymore, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
The pituitary?
Because I have it here, so I can always show it to
Oh,
you.
maybe if you hold it like that and then maybe have the connecting part, the connecting. I don't want to take it out.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't-
Watch your fingers. Do not cut gloves. Do not cut the fingers, right? Don't cut close to the fingers. A lot of this stuff you can just pretty much kind of try. You pull and it just comes off. You will see very tough structure because between cerebrum and cerebellum, you will need to cut through this tough structure.
We're gonna end up with two different.
And there's the, hey, we did it. I would high five you, but
Yeah, I don't want things to
no. Look at our brain. Look at that. Okay, so we can put it back.
everything on the side.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
It's getting a little messy.
Oh yeah. Oh, my hands look so gross. Thank God for gloves.
We were able to.
I didn't think it looked really.
Sorry. Oh, we can't throw it all away.
Okay, we're waiting for everybody to be done with the dura, right? And then I need one student volunteer who will take off gloves, right? Get the lab handout and gonna read all these parts that are in the bolt, and I will show them because I cannot look and
I can.
you can do it. Okay, thank you. Take off your gloves. Okay, now you guys, now you need to pay attention because all these parts can be on your exam. So she's gonna read those parts and I will show them to
Do you want me to start from one?
Start from, very, very beginning. The ones that are involved. Yes.
Okay, this part or this part?
Yes, this part.
Okay.
No, you don't read the whole sentence. You read just the
Oh, just
part
the-
that is in the bowl.
Okay. Dura mater?
Dura matter. This, right? This covering. That's a dura.
The cerebrum?
Cerebrum is this part, the bulk of the, right? So that's a cerebrum. It's all cerebrum. Mhm.
Left and right hemispheres?
Okay, right and left hemispheres, right and left. Sorry, vice versa. Right and left hemisphere. Right and left hemispheres. Yes.
So it's not patient right?
Patient right, but that's a front, right? So that would be right and this will be left. Right and left. Because I don't call it there. This is the eyes. So that's the patient. Right and left. Next.
The longitudinal fissure?
Longitudinal fissure is right here, right in the middle. Look. I'm gonna split it. So here's the longitudinal fissure, right? Right there. Right there in the middle.
Gyri.
Gyri will be these parts, right? That goes up. Those are gyri, and
Sulci.
sulci will be this like dark lines, but those are indentation. We just have some capillaries here, some blood vessels.
And then fissures again. It just says fissures.
Okay, well, fissure is some deep indentation. This is transverse, this is longitudinal fissure.
Cerebral cortex.
Cerebral cortex, everything that is covering the surface of the cerebrum. So that's the cerebral cortex.
The frontal lobe.
So that will be the frontal lobe. Over here it's smaller, right, till this part only. That's a frontal.
Parietal lobes.
That's a parietal.
Occipital
And
lobes.
this is occipital.
And temporal.
And temporal will be over here. It's a temporal.
Next is the cerebellum.
That's a cerebellum on the posterior side. That's a cerebellum.
Optic nerves.
Optic nerves.
The optic chiasma.
Optic chiasma, I clean it over here, look. You see those are optic nerves, and you see this X structure? This is optic chiasma. So that's optic nerves, but this is where it makes this cross. You see the cross?
Yes.
This is optic chiasma.
The pituitary gland.
That's a pituitary gland over here. That's a pituitary over here. That's a pituitary gland right here. That's a pituitary gland.
The olfactory bulbs.
Olfactory bulbs.
The midbrain.
Okay, so now midbrain. Okay, so here when I remove the pituitary, you see pituitary is removed over here?
Yes.
Right, so here's my olfactory bulbs. This is my optic nerve. And from this point up to here, that's a midbrain. That's a midbrain. From pretty much from this optic chiasma to over here. Right, so all this part. So that's a midbrain. Next.
Pons.
Okay, you see next bump over here? Those are pons.
Okay. The medulla.
And this is medulla. So midbrain, pons, medulla.
I think the pons is just a little bump.
Midbrain, pons, medulla.
The infundibulum.
Okay, infundibulum is that stalk where pituitary is attached. I cannot show it to you over here. I can, but I showed you infundibulum on a model. But instead of infundibulum, all I have here is like a little hole, right over here.
Okay.
This is where the pituitary gland would be attached. So it's only will be asked on a model, infundibulum. I showed it to you on a model.
Oculomotor nerves.
Oculomotor nerves are this one. If you remove pituitary, that's this one and this.
Okay.
This is oculomotor.
Superior colliculi.
Now superior colliculi. I take the brain, right? And this is my dorsal view. And I need to actually go between cerebrum and cerebellum. And you can do it with me. So kind of like separate it. And you see the structure over here? This and this. This look like a little bud. So here and here. So this is superior colliculi and those are inferior colliculi. Superior colliculi, inferior colliculi. Go ahead and find them. And now when I, over here when I have my, mid-sagittal cut actually, look. Here's the structures that I show you. Remember? Superior and inferior. And here they are. Here's superior, and here's inferior. Colliculus. Superior colliculus, inferior colliculus, right? But I showed you, this is only half of them, right? So here, superior and inferior. Colliculi.
The pineal gland.
Pineal gland, you need to go kind of like deep over here, just above the superior colliculi. You see like this little nipple over here? See it?
Oh,
This.
Oh, yeah.
See it? So you see our superior colliculi? Can you see like this little stuff here? This? This is pineal gland. So you see how deep inside it is, right? That's a pineal, that's a melatonin. Now again, over here, when I have a cut, right? Okay. Let's stay on this side. This. That's a pineal gland. So this is my superior colliculus, and just above it, that's pineal gland. Okay. Next, please.
Corpus callosum.
Okay, corpus callosum. Okay, so now we need to do something else to see the rest of the structure. Now you guys get this knife. We have one big knife, so we will share. So when you get this knife, only one side is sharp. So look at it and find the sharp side. Another one is not sharp, so it will be hard to cut. And I'm not gonna cut it because I already do have it. So you cut right over here, right in the middle of the longitudinal fissure, and you cut through the cerebellum, right? You just make this cut, mid-sagittal cut. And when you do it, so here I had it. Don't cut anything holding it in your hand. All right, so here, and you cut it, right?